Now, residents in Brent are putting up a fight after the council's proposals to build a sports facility on the grounds of a school in the area. The council has teamed up with an energy drinks brand to build at Kingsbury High School. But the Road Green Village Residents Association are questioning the planning process by Brent Council. They say it's flawed. Well, joining me now is Debbie Nyman from the association. Debbie, thank you very much indeed for coming in to speak to us. So, now, some people would argue and they would look at this as the council wanting to build an active area for young people in the area. So what's the problem?
Well, the problem is it's not actually the council, it's the school has contacted Lucozade Powerleague, who obviously are a commercial venture, and their aim at the end of the day is not really to benefit the children, but to profit from it. And unfortunately, at the cost of the neighbouring people, all the communities around. There's a conservation area, which we're in, and then there's a lot of vulnerable other residents in the very close community, within the vicinity. There's listed buildings, there's parks. It's a totally green area, and to put a flood-lit football pitch, is what it is, on there is just totally out of character and will completely destroy the whole area, in fact.
Do you think that there could be a middle ground then? Because at the moment it's scheduled for a 7-day-a-week commercial enterprise. If the council was to say, well, actually, we're going to cut that, maybe 3 days, how would that go down?
The best thing to do would be the school puts in a ground for the children. We're not saying we're against the whole thing. We're against the fact that it goes on from the time that the people leave the school until late at night, every day of the week, all year round, right up to 11 o'clock at night, floodlights, noise, and where the actual installation is, the gardens are literally feet away from it, and I don't care how many berms and soundproofing fences they put up, we are going to suffer from it. The children we want the children to have all the benefits that they can possibly have during the school hours. We don't have a problem with that. We've lived with the school since it was built in the 1920s. So we've lived with that school. But the school has got larger and larger, and there's lots of children. They all need to have good places to play. But there's 15,000 square metres of nice grass playing fields, which needs some maintenance.
Now, when you've been in touch with the council, what have they said to you?
Well, the council, it's been very flawed right from the start. They haven't consulted everybody that they say. There's a list of 500 people, they say, but that went out in 2 drops. And we had to remind the council that there were more roads within just the village. They missed roads, they missed lots of numbers, and it's been a very flawed consultation list. So not everybody, even now, to date, have not been consulted about this.
Well, they said, you did mention about 500 or so. They say they have written directly to 501 local residents to inform them. So these are people in the vicinity, and they say that they have received more than 200 comments, and they're still engaging with people. But you're not very happy with that? Well,
the 200 comments, I should say, some of them are from the students. Understandably, they're writing and saying, we want some nice new facilities, and we understand that, and we don't have a problem with that, and I really want to emphasise that. The problem we have is that when they go home, and it's lovely and quiet where they are, we are going to have floodlights, noise, etc. So they are writing in, I don't know how many have written in, but there's a lot of objections, and they're from the residents, the people that are going to have to live with it after they go home or leave school. Like the head teacher is leaving next year, so he's going, bye, here's my legacy.
Well, Debbie, Debbie, it's the way you said it. Debbie, thank you very much indeed for coming in to speak to us. Thank you very much. Well, we do have a statement from the council, and a spokesperson said it's important for local communities to be able to express their opinions on planning applications that affect them. The planning committee is a quasi-judicial body that is separate from the council and must determine each planning application on its own planning merits. Moving on next, and a unique piece of artwork has been revealed in